Thanks, Jeff. Cafe Soleil. Title is Sex or Gavin Newsom. How many of you know Gavin Newsom?
Governor. How many people have snorted cocaine with Gavin Newsom?
How many had sex with Gavin Newsom?
Yeah, the majority.
Okay. Also, how many of you are students from SF State?
Hey.
Alright. It's about SF State and Gavin Newsom. Books. Evidence of Self-Loathing. Judith Goldman's Death Star Ricochet. Leslie Scalapino's Orchid Jetsam. They are loaned. Rose Window wants a degree in poetry. Her financial aid cannot pay for books. Her financial aid will not pay for her self-loathing. Her financial aid does not pay the heating. Foreplay was reading. Foreplay was homework. Sometimes in lotus position, naked. Sometimes held, lifted. Sometimes she read as I measured her heartbeat. Sometimes she read as I measured the space between the length of her gladiolus. In bed, I revealed the next class agenda, where in the narrative, lecture terms to be introduced, like panoptic, like punctum, like fetish, like fenestration, like transaction, how poets economize words, how poets economize themselves. I hinted how she can participate, like critical pedagogy, question instructor prerogative, anticipate his denouement, hijack ways institutions measure deliverables of a creative writing degree, an emphasis in poetry, an emphasis in self-loathing. It's not too late to back out. It's not entirely scripted, but less cold and empty. To have intelligent and animated conversation, mind the innuendo of poets manufacturing lines from found military speak, the motives of novelists describing romance in and out of the academy. That it's not exactly new or profound material. Rose-shaped syllabi. Our pillow talk was public and anonymous. Rose read. I guaranteed at least one prepared student, else I withheld sex. Meaning, I withheld sex for myself. She understood, and it evolved into a tactical game. She stroked her pussy, I unzipped my pants, she closed her legs, my pants fell. Rose knew I looked forward to when she bleeds. Rose knew I liked the taste, and confirmed. I knew when she bled. Our pages showed. There's nothing clandestine about her bleeding. She has a profound smell, the opposite of self-loathing, tannic. I had licked her clots before, swallowed, chewed the marasca membrane. We did not speak. I handed her homework. She set Stacy Doris's conference aside. I wiped her into pages. We conceded, not losing sight of our base relationship, not appreciating contemporary urban dystopic, not queering non-normative French theory, not anticipating Foucault's elastic clause, not sustaining dislocative and regenerative free verse, anticipating a world beyond crisis. We buried into each other in that debris bed of hers, solemn after much soul pounding. Within flesh, poets fucking, because in fucking there's triumph over the word, over the world. Now, the reason why I'm here a year later, is there anything you want to buy? I can use the money, Rose asks. She offers store brand mountain bike. She couldn't convince Target's customer service to refund it. She offers a roommate's keyboard, the roommate absent. A space heater, the consequence of living in the sunset 4 blocks away from Ocean Beach, in a converted apartment in the ground floor behind the garage of a 2-story, 1940s attached contemporary. She relies on blankets. Blankets contain heat. Sex generates. I wonder how many degrees centigrade our sex generated. I see votives, half spent, as we left them a year ago. Only night light. Evidence of her loyalty. I wonder if Rose brought no one else to her bed. Or, she has, he didn't like how candles blurred differences between cadavers. She insists a sleeping bag is better. I see none. We had Kristen the futons filled with our fluids. Nothing we did was safe. Fucked through menstruation, stained covers, ignored condoms on the windowsill, for someone else. Perhaps the foreign students. He didn't want me here, but he was too drunk to send home. We let him sleep with us, and while he snored, we fucked. It is possible that while I slept, she fucked him. Counted the condoms if I wanted to know. But if she wanted to hide the fact, then there's the television, brightly snowed, for when she can't leave. Who would keep Rose company and can't tune the weatherman? At last, an old compact stereo, the CDs organized, each performed symptoms, a regression, an umbrage, silent now. Is it a good day? I'll sell you the rack. How much do you got? I just want this, reclaiming the disintegration CD. Oh, I miss the kiss of treachery, the shameless kiss of vanity, the soft and the black and the velvety, uptight against the side of me. And mouth and eyes and heart all bleed and run in thickening streams of grief, as bit by bit it starts to need to just let go. Rose Window never burnt herself a copy. Oh, I miss the kiss of treachery, the aching kiss before I feed, the stench of love for a younger meat, and the sound that it makes when it cuts in deep, the holding up on bended knees, the addiction of duplicities, as bit by bit it stares the need to just let go. Stains on the carpet and stains on the scenery, songs about happiness murmured in dreams, when we both of us knew how the ending would be, how the end always is. I broke up with Rose her 25th birthday. Week before Thanksgiving, I didn't expect to get back the cure. After class, I found her stoned and inconsolable. She didn't have to celebrate with pot, but that's what she did, skip class, invited her dealer and waited. We had sushi in Chinatown. Getting her to leave was a feat in itself. Argued how we could continue the evening. Fatigue and paranoia made her bad company. I explained she could have all the drugs in the world, but the time we spent together needed to be clean. This was not the first or the second or third time. The first time Rasputina played Slims. Rose just happened to get stoned with a classmate. No big deal. Pot then was no deal breaker. New to each other's idiosyncrasies. But when I arrived, she was fetal. I was leaving without her. Don't go, she asked. Concerned I was followed. You shouldn't be angry. I just can't help myself. Wait a little longer. I'd get better. I've been in this position before. Leaving, my remedy was always, there's always next time. The irony was much. I wasn't going to miss my favorite cellists promote their new album, Cabin Fever. Rose knew pot made her agoraphobic. Rose knew not to get stoned. She got stoned because she was venturing into public. Next time had a name, Jerry Cantrell's degradation trip. Next time needed a next time. When I first met her, Rose Window was quiet the first 2 months of class. Others had personalities that filled lecture, but her reader responses made her a star pupil. Her anti-hipster malaise contradicted stylish, thick-rimmed counterparts of the univocal metropolitan possibility. So when hours after she had emailed to forewarn her late arriving Greyhound from Humboldt and cannot rely on public transportation to deliver her from the Transbay terminal to campus in time for my class, I deliberated over breakfast, then lunch, then early dinner. I was impressed with her courtesy. I wanted her reflections on Sarah Ann Cox's arrival. I needed her percussive critique. I met her at a depot. I drove her to school, to the humanities building, and in her gratitude, Rose Window said, "Honey, thank you, honey." Rose is as beautiful as on her birthday. Lithuanian, Polish cross-border with smoked Baltimore accent, blanched birchwood nymph, chaste laurel, chaste as assaulted, as intoxicatingly damaged. Rose is as beautiful as on the day I broke up with her, as ravaged, as salvaged, as spillage. Klonopin made her no waif, but a soup diet, condensed cream spooned from the can, room temperature, and the gelatinous. Her origin of sullen, the contents, or the content. I didn't like eating alone. She was someone who would enjoy my company, who wouldn't say no to a free meal, and I was eager. I tolerated her going to jail because she threw a Brit into a Porsche. I reclused myself in graded papers on American modernism. I withheld protest when she consumed a month's prescription. Within 2 weeks, in con for early refills. We almost fucked on her birthday. Before Rose left my Jeep for what I thought was the very last time, I reached into the basket, into the back seat for a hidden long stem Reds. In an envelope, a blank card, a spiral, and a line through the spiral, I captioned, "This is where we were," pointing where line and spiral intersected. "This is where we are now," pointing to where the line entered the space in the spiral. "And this is where we may meet again," pointing to a future intersection. Now that she can't sell anything to me, it's time to leave. I have to go. I don't want to miss the opening remarks. "Can you drop me off at my boyfriend's on your way to your victory party?" She removes her sweats. "It's not my victory party, it's Gavin's. I didn't think I'd see Rose naked again. I want to see the scar below her left breast, a bludgeon pound sign, a smudged salmon-colored ampersand." A community college professor marked her absence inexcusable for the few days she spent in surgery and recovery, enough to reduce her grade. She wanted to follow her boyfriend to Cal. Proved he had a lump removed, lifting the blouse to her for her. That fall, she transferred to state. I like Rose Window's scar, the only one, and a breast lifted higher, an awkward pair. Rose Window likes to be held. Correction, she likes spooning and have her breast held. She likes to be straddled from behind and have her breast held. She likes her nipples sucked, nibble pinch cherished. Is she Robin Vogt, Brett Ashley, or Elliot's epileptic? Or all three effaced and nominative? She selects a denim skirt and a cable knit sweater. I am not ready for her to get dressed. I'm not ready to leave. My arms wrap Rose. I need to console him. She thinks of her boyfriend. He worked on Matt Gonzalez's campaign. I lift my hands to where they should be. No one followed you? No. That's good. Less at stake. I finally asked about her mother. How did she kill herself? Let's make love. So what was it like to find her dead? But for old time's sake. Why aren't you dead like her? Reaching for her scar, she drops her clothes. Rumor has it, Nancy Pelosi will appear to celebrate Gavin's narrow margin. She can wait. How do you want to finish me off? Thank you.